Good morning, I'm Frank Powers, and this is Lifestyle Tucson, the program where I speak to our neighbors, the people behind our amazing organizations that are 501c3 nonprofits. Our friends are informing you how they serve our community, and they're here to give you updates on future projects. So let's make some old friends today. Get ready to go all in for a night of high-stakes glamour and unforgettable fun at the 22nd annual Big Deal Poker Party, Monte Carlo. Join Angel Charity for Children at the stunning Tucson Country Club, their exciting new venue, for a Monte Carlo-inspired evening featuring Texas Hold'em tournaments, as well as a big main event full of casino action, live entertainment, food, and signature cocktails. Dress to impress, bring your best poker face, and help support Angel Charity for Children and their 2025 beneficiaries. Whether you're raising the stakes or just there for the show, this is one night you won't want to fold on. Bet big, win big, give big, because since 1983, Angel Charity has raised over $33 million to fund more than 144 different local children's organizations. And today, it's a party in the studio, so pull up a chair, and I've got plenty of chairs. Because today I'm fortunate to speak with Betty Jo Weaver, Vice Chair of Angel Charity. Hello, Betty. Welcome to Lifestyle Tucson.
Hi, Frank. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm very excited. We've also got Kendra Gibbon. She's our Poker Party Chair. Kendra, welcome.
Thank you, Frank.
And Vicky Curtis is here, General Chair of Angel Charity for Children. Welcome back to Lifestyle Tucson.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Frank. Delighted to be here today.
It's good to see you all back. I love talking about you and all the stuff you do at all your events throughout the year. So the last time we spoke was Sips and Sunsets, a Mediterranean escape. How was that big event? Tell me about it.
It was absolutely amazing. Thank you for having us on your show in the spring to talk about it. We had a fantastic turnout. Over 300 Tucsonans showed up to support our 8 beneficiaries. We had 25 vendors on site selling everything from skincare to hair care to, what else do we have?
Clothing.
Cigars.
Food available, and our guests had a beautiful time on an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. It was like we were transported to the Mediterranean for an afternoon.
That's so nice. And I did hear there was clothing there. There was some actual like artisan stuff available, some one-of-ones, very fancy things at this great event. There always are things to see and a lot to experience at all your events, and it's always for a good cause, helping out all these organizations that aren't quite as big as yours. You get to really help out a lot of these wonderful places in town, and they wouldn't be as successful without you doing it. All those beneficiaries that you announced the last time, that was a really, really big deal, and I love talking all about the work that you do. And we're going to have fun together because now it's time for the poker party. Tell us all about the poker party, Kendra. What's cooking?
The 22nd annual Big Deal Poker Party Monte Carlo is going to be held Friday, September 19th at 5:30 at the Tucson Country Club. Tickets and sponsorships are available at angelcharity.org. Poker spots are $250 and general admission is $175. Hurry up and get your poker tickets because they do sell out every year historically because it's a big deal. It's Texas Hold'em, and it's a lot of fun. We've got a lot of great prizes. We have a raffle. We have live music, jazz quartet. We're featuring karaoke this year, which is going to be fun. It's going to be a really great time, and it's a new venue for us this year. So we're going to change it up, and it's cocktail attire.
Oh, are you excited for the new venue? Like, what do you think is going to be the most fun about being in this new place?
Well, it's an intimate space. I think Tucson Country Club is an intimate space, and I think it's a wonderful location, and it's beautiful. Everything about it's beautiful. The inside's beautiful. The views on the golf course are beautiful, and it's going to be so much fun there.
Tell me about some of these big sponsors, because you have sponsorships available for it as well. So tell us about one of the big title sponsors and how people can get involved with sponsorships.
Well, again, you can go on angelcharity.org and sign up for a sponsorship. We have many different sponsorship levels. We do have a title sponsor. It's Tom Rogers and Jenny L. Clements. We are so thankful to them and their generous donation, but there are still many sponsorship opportunities available, starting at $10,000 and going down to $1,000. You get name recognition, lots of different other benefits, tickets, you get drinks, you get all the fun stuff depending on your sponsorship level.
Right. And this is also for big organizations where like they'll get several amounts of tickets to come to the event. And that's what it is. And all of this, again, going to a good cause, helping out all these organizations that you do in fact help, because you do a lot and you do so much in town for all these great groups. So what else are you really pumped for when it comes to what's new this year? Because we were talking off air, and not a DJ this year. You're going to have live music. Tell me about the live music.
Well, we're going to have a jazz quartet. We're going to have a pianist. And then we also have karaoke, which is going to be very fun this year. It's going to be very entertaining, and we've got a few tricks up our sleeve to make it even more fun and lively.
Okay, so that's what I remember that I want to remember. If one of you wants to get one of the biggest laughs of the night, do you know what song you request and you do at karaoke?
What?
Tequila. Okay? Because it plays the whole time. It just dun, 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 and you just kind of stand there and do whatever. And then when it comes, you just hit it and everybody laughs.
Well, Frank, why don't you come on over and host our karaoke
Yeah,
for a little bit? We
we're
would
looking
love
for an
that.
MC.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
we
right.
would
Well,
love that.
Maybe we'll have to talk off air. Well, again, let me check my calendar. I got to see the dates. I'll already
That'd
be
be
dressed to the nines, but that might be the thing to do. I don't even know. But I love it because partying and having fun for a good cause makes it easy to party as well. And even the other thing, I think some of your beneficiaries get to come and attend the events. Do they get to go to this one, or is that like more for at the end of the year when you have your big winter ball gala?
They can come to this particular event, yes. It depends on, or they can also volunteer. A lot of the organizations that we work with, they volunteer at all of our events. It's a great shared community that we have. We're helping them and they're helping us. So that's part of how Angel has always been. Our beneficiaries help us out tremendously.
That is always important. Again, I always bring up volunteering as one of the biggest, most important parts of it, and a really good, fun way to get involved, make friends, meet people, and help out and help in the community. So now let's turn our attention over to a good way to win, maybe even right now, because chance raffle tickets are already available, correct?
They sure are, Frank. You can go, to our website, and that is purchase an Angel Charity Chance ticket. It's TIX.org, and they're $100 each. We have 3 very exciting prizes. We have a $10,000 cash prize that we have every year. We have some new prizes, though, a $10,000 cash prize and a trip to Tuscany. That's one prize.
That's one prize.
One prize. There's a lot of cool things that come with that, like a driver and
8 people on
8
this
people.
trip? Wow.
8 people.
So this is a trip for 8 people to Tuscany and $10,000?
Can you believe it? You want to go?
I do. I think I might have to go buy a raffle ticket. My goodness.
And then we also have $10,000 shopping spree to La Encantada that has been sponsored by Iridius Capital this year. That's a new prize. So we're really excited about that. You can't win if you don't play, but you don't have to be there to win. And the drawing is the night of the Angel Ball this year, which is on December 13th at Westin La Paloma.
Oh, that's exciting. That's one of your pinnacle things that celebrates everybody all year long, comes up at the end of the winter, the big ball. But it sounds like we're going to have a ball at the Big Deal, which is really, really fun. What are some of your favorite memories from the Big Deal poker party if you've been in the past? You must have like a story of someone who's won the raffle. Like, have you gotten feedback from someone who's won one of these big raffles and like gotten that 10 grand or won a prize in the past where you've gotten the feedback for it? Like, what is it like when someone actually wins?
Well, I won a few years ago.
What did you win?
$10,000 cash.
Wow. What did you spend $10,000 cash on? Don't just say paying off debt.
Well, we did just the boring story is we just moved and made the move a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because the drawing is right before Christmas, it is a great way to go have a little extra fun shopping for your friends and family right before the holidays.
Oh, there you go. So she bought even bigger and better gifts for folks. That's how you spread a winning prize. That's amazing. Anyone can get involved, whether it's taking a chance and getting a raffle ticket, right? Going to this great event and getting involved, but volunteering or donating. They can just donate some money to your great organization or donate to these other organizations that you have helped in the past. And just getting the word out and shining a spotlight on these organizations is something that just you do in general all year long. I don't think some of us would know about some of the great groups if you didn't help them. And I think that's really important. Why don't we just talk a little bit about just Angel Charity? And I don't know, just give me some updates about anything you want to discuss about the organization yourself.
We're an all-volunteer organization, which is super cool. You know, you can volunteer. We all have requirements to be a part of Angel Charity, but you can get as involved as you want, or you can do as little as you want. A lot of us work. A lot of us have families, so that's really, really fun. And it's a really good networking just to find the people in the community that do want to help other people and other organizations, bigger than themselves. Your kids, your family, your friends see you giving back to a community. And I think pound for pound, Tucson, even though I am a Phoenician, is by far one of the most generous places I've ever lived. And that includes Dallas and New York City. So
yeah.
I think it's amazing.
No, I agree. And I'm a New Yorker myself. And I know that that's the difference here. I call Tucson the baby bear's porridge. It's just right. Because we got community here. We all get a lot more connected than some of these bigger places. And that's why I think we have success here with a lot of our community events is that we know the faces behind the places. And a lot of these organizations really do rely on that and rely on us being a real neighborhood. And that is one of Tucson's greatest strengths. Take it from me, I see it. I meet all of you folks, the heads of these great 501c3s. And it really is something to watch you all constantly grow and see how much more you even help since I've met you all and see how much I keep adding to that opening statistic, how many millions it's been. I want to hear more big deal memories because you got to have some more stories about it. Tell me some more poker party memories and what we can look forward to at this event.
Well, I had a friend that I was playing with last year, and it was the roulette table, and he's like, I've won too much. I need to, here, play some of my chips. And I was like, oh, okay, thinking I'm just going to lose. And I put it down, and I got the winning number on the roulette, and it was like whatever, $100, and he had $1,000, and he was really kind of trying to get rid of it, but it was hilarious because I was like, oh, sorry,
yeah,
I won.
That's a fun problem to have.
Exactly.
That's so fun. Do you remember what number you put it on?
No, I can't remember. Darn it. That would be my lucky
Red or
number,
black?
though.
Was it red or black?
It was black. I do remember it was black.
That's so funny. Heck yeah. Hey, that's a good memory. Again, winning big's always good. Winning for all these organizations is always good as well. If a nonprofit is looking for this sort of help, there is a process that you do go through, being the Halo for Hire. That is some of what the term is because you are an angel charity. That's what it is. You want to be their halo to help their organization, and that's really important. Why don't we talk about how people can get involved and maybe a nonprofit can learn how they can go through the process to maybe be approved or win some funding from you. And then maybe we can even talk about some of the groups that you have helped this past year just to remind people of them.
Thank you, Frank. Our next grant cycle for 2026 will be granting another $1 million or approximately $1 million next year. The 2026 grant process starts on October 14th at 9 a.m. at the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona. It'll be a presentation about overviewing what our process is, how nonprofits can go about applying. The timeline will be reviewed. The details on the online application will be reviewed. There will be time for a question and answer. And also, many representatives of Angel Charity will be at the seminar and be available to answer questions one-on-one after the session.
Yep, I have attended this just to see it so I could experience it, so I could talk about it in the past. And it really was very even streamlined since it was in the past. It's become a different process. If people have done it 10 years ago, it's a lot different now. And I found it to be very informative, very helpful. You can get some of these sticking point questions really out of the way quick because you do answer a lot. Speaking to and hearing from organizations that have won in the past, they talk and they give you clues on what it takes.
Their advice is not to be missed, for sure.
I agree. And even the lesson to be learned is that some organizations have gotten grants more than once. You've done that for organizations as well. So no one should count themselves out or cut themselves short by not even just trying or attending this event. Again, one of the main things, though, it has to be to help children, right? That is the main focus, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Over 50% of the project dollars that are requested must go towards children and must be towards children in Pima County.
There you go.
So we understand that there are projects that adults are the beneficiaries as well, whether it's a food bank where adults will be picking up food as well, or perhaps a clothing bank, or a shared use space where parents can bring their children to be together, such as that Spreading Threads Clothing Bank, one of our beneficiaries this year. Our funding is providing a common area at their facility, And obviously, adults and children will be in that facility, but more than half of the people utilizing the facility will be children.
Yeah. And again, when you're helping kids, you're helping families, you're helping adults, you're helping families. It's really about helping families more than anything, honestly. So it's really just some of the best work that any organization here in town does. Why don't we name drop some of the other great beneficiaries that you are helping out?
Well, since you were talking about beneficiaries coming back more than once, one of our beneficiaries this year, our largest beneficiary this year, in fact, is Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Arizona. They were a beneficiary back in 1992. Angel Charity for Children paid off the mortgage at their building in downtown Tucson.
Wow.
Which really helped them continue to grow their presence here in Southern Arizona to the extent that they needed a new facility, which they purchased last year. It is on Alvernon between Grant and Glen, much more centrally located to the children that they serve. And they were able to purchase this property that had an empty building on it, which they are converting with Angel Charity for Children funding into a mentoring activity center.
That's incredible.
Which will, again, take Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Arizona to even the next level of helping to improve the lives of children in Pima County.
It's incredible. And again, you can see I've got a Big Brothers Big Sisters thing hanging up because they're one of my favorite groups. And some people almost overlook them, thinking that they're like the Nike of organizations, that they're running like no tomorrow. They need more Big Brothers and Big Sisters. They had a goal of 100. And the last time I checked, they were up to like 70-something. So if you want to get involved, listen to a previous episode anytime on demand of Lifestyle Tucson, where I talked to Big Brothers Big Sisters. And I believe we did speak about what's going on with them and moving and everything that's happening. But just that statement of paying off their mortgage, anyone can like feel that as you say it. What an amazing opportunity for them. And it's going to be really exciting to see how they do grow and move on to the next level and giving all these folks an opportunity. I remember that they had said something about having that big community space. It frees up the fear that some people have when it comes to the responsibility of being a big brother or big sister. What do we do? Well, now you can just come here, even as little as once a month, to be a volunteer for a kid can make all the difference. And some people are like, where do we even go? Now this is where you can go. You don't have to figure out, do I take them to the movies? Do I take them to whatever? No, you can come here to the community area and we're going to help you out, which is very exciting.
Betty Jo and I were at the facility just the other day.
Yeah.
We were able to check in on it, and it looks absolutely incredible. They were working on the kitchen the day that they were there. They were installing the countertops. It's going to be a great place for bigs and littles to cook together. They're going to have cooking lessons for bigs and littles to participate in together. There will be cozy spaces for bigs and littles just to hang out together, and there will be play spaces. There will be a basketball court outside. There will be ping pong and video gaming inside, and so much more.
I was just going to say, what's really cool about it, I think, too, that, sometimes you have the time, but you don't have the money, maybe, to volunteer. So this alleviates that for some people, because you can just go there with your little, and there's gaming, there's movies, there's a study space, there's a computer space. Teach them to cook, like Vicky said. I think it'll be a game changer. They're going to get past 100. I really think they will.
Yeah, it takes little to be big. Okay, everybody, get out there and do it. Let's talk more. Okay, well, let's name drop some more. So what other great groups did we help out, and did you help out?
Our other impact grant beneficiary this year is San Miguel High School, south side of Tucson. It is a relatively small private high school where the students all work to help pay for their tuition. One day a week, they go out into the community with arranged internships at places anywhere from the Community Food Bank of Tucson to the mayor's office of Tucson.
Wow.
And everything in between. The students there are getting incredible work experience, but they need to be able to get there. And San Miguel High School, which just celebrated its 20th anniversary, has a fleet of vans that is at least as old as the school, and they are starting to need replacement. And Angel Charity for Children's funding will be replacing 8 of those vans. They will now be able to drive around Tucson in air-conditioned comfort. Some of the air conditioning units conked out, which makes them unusable during the warmer seasons. One of our community partners, Jim, he is providing the vans. He's financing them interest-free until San Miguel High School receives our funding from Angel Charity for Children, which will be at the end of this fundraising campaign year.
Again, brilliant, because an old analogy I used to say is that what you do is you help the dominoes fall in the right direction. Without you, they would not have been able to make that connection to Jim Click, who's your partner that you've built with trust and you work with for years, and he can provide that sort of service for them and help you provide the service for them just by connecting all these dots. And I think that those kids are probably getting some of the most unique modern education that kids probably need. It is really about work and interning, and having mentors is really the game changer that I think young adults need more than, just more time in a classroom at that point. When you get older in high school, it's like, let's get out in the working world, and going out and earning it in that way is fascinating. And what an opportunity for everybody that you're providing. Just such great work and inspirational stuff. And it shows you where every dollar for your admission to the Big Deal Poker Party, Monte Carlo, goes to. It shows you where the money for those chance raffle tickets goes to, and gives you an opportunity to feel like a winner as well from this amazing group of fine folks that are all volunteers and donors, which is a big part of it. Thank you all for doing everything that you do. What else can we talk about before we go? Because we definitely just want another call to action to get you to go play some poker. What, are you scared? There's one. No, I'm just...
Well, actually, last year, I sold a sponsorship to the company that I work for, and they were just generous to sponsor, and they won one of our players won the entire tournament.
Oh,
so
really?
that was really, really exciting. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I sold that sponsorship, and they
and then
and they won.
Right? They probably want to come back again, right?
It's very fun to watch.
Yeah.
We get it down to the last 10 players, and it's kind of nail biting, and it's really, really fun. It's a great event.
So it does even feel like you're watching that World Poker Tour right there.
It really
at the end.
does. It really does.
If you win the Texas Hold'em tournament, what is the prize for that?
Well, we're kind of keeping the prizes on the down low.
The final table is 10 players make it to the final table, and each of those final players get to pick a prize from our prize pool.
That's so fun. Again, because I saw it's in like the fine print of like, no one's actually you're not taking cash from kids. We're just playing, and then you're going to get a prize that's probably sponsored or something like that, which is great. Great fun way to just go and do this, and probably does make it sometimes a little easier to throw those chips around, right? Where there's, I got all these chips, I got to use them. So that's pretty fun. Final thoughts and any last things before we do wrap it up?
We are just so grateful to our amazing community that comes out in support of our beneficiaries year in and year out. It's not about Angel Charity. Angel Charity is the organization that brings the community together to help make Pima County a better place for all of our kids of all demographics with all sorts of different needs. And it's such a unique organization, not only in Tucson, but throughout the country. I have friends who live in different parts of the country who tell me, gosh, Vicky, I would love to be able to be a part of something like you're a part of.
Right.
And I said, you would love it, but they don't have that. Whether it's Atlanta or Boston or Philadelphia, they don't have organizations like Angel Charity for Children. And it's a blessing every day to be working on behalf of our beneficiaries, and especially through really fun events like Sips and Sunsets and Poker Party and having our chance raffle drawing. It's very gratifying to be able to team up with the Angels and our community donors and our beneficiaries, all to make our community a better place for all.
So humble, all these lovely folks that I have on here all the time. So humble for all the great work that you're doing. Because as she said, it's not about Angel Charity. No, it's about the other groups, and it's about the community. It's true. It's my job to say, but boy, do I love Angel Charity for Children. Because today we made friends. Betty Jo Weaver, Vice Chair, Kendra Gibbons, the Poker Party Chair, Vicky Curtis, General Chair of Angel Charity for Children, where every single volunteer is a donor. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Frank.
Oh, I'll take a round of applause. All right. This was Lifestyle Tucson. Bing bong bing, time for a recap. It's always nice to pull up a chair with Angel Charity for Children. So we are going to have a good time because I am going to volunteer. We've already talked about it since this interview. And I'm going to be at the Big Deal Monte Carlo with you when you show up September 19th. It is at the Tucson Country Club. Registration opens at 5:30 p.m. You can get those tickets over at angelcharity.org. Give them a call at 520-326-3686 for more information. But remember to bet big, win big, and give big. You can even buy one of those raffle tickets as well anytime. A great organization that helps out so many organizations here in town. Don't forget their Halo for Hire event if you are a nonprofit or know a nonprofit is also happening in October. I believe it is the 19th at the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona. Go get all those details over at angelcharity.org. and follow them over on Instagram and Facebook over at Angel Charity for Children. So I want to thank our old friends at Angel Charity for Children for joining me today. You've been listening to Lifestyle Tucson. If you're a nonprofit that would like to be on the show, email lifestyletucson@gmail.com. For more information about this program or to listen to something you may have missed, go to the Sunday Mornings page over at klpx.com, kfma.com, mixfm.com, crankthehanktucson.com, or espntucson.com. You can also subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever fine podcasts are all in. Follow on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube especially, because I'm your BFF, your best Frank forever, Frank Powers. Toot toot Tucson. I love you the most.